Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet Single Battle Custom Battle. And we're just going to do basically a rerun of the previous battle. What we're going to do is actually we can do the merchants first. So 3 T2 tankers, 1, 2, 3, 2 Liberty freighters. We can add 2 Liberty freighters in, and then the escorting ships are the Duke of York and Formidable, which means that that'll take us up to 7, so 3 C2 freighters then. There it is, C2 freighter. We'll add 3 of those in. 2, 3. And the warships will be the Duke of York and Formidable. Duke of York, of course, King George V class battleship. Formidable, illustrious class aircraft carrier. So we've got the Formidable, and now we just need to find the King George V. There we go, Duke of York, and we shouldn't be able to add anything in. This should be full. Yep, yes it is. And then on the German side we have... Right, we can do the destroyers first here actually. Z38, add ship. We also had Z23 and Z15 there, Z15, Z6 and Z7, yeah, Z6, Z7, Z3. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 destroyers. 6 destroyers, yep. And now for the battleships. It's just the Bismarck class. Bismarck and Tirpitz. And I gave the Germans the initiative last time, so we have to keep that consistent as well. Heavy snow, dawn. Yep. That all checks out. Here we go. So here we are with the Bismarck, and we need to figure out which way the aircraft carrier is. So this way. Which way are we heading? We've got a ship that's... Oh, actually, we've got the Tirpitz behind us. If Tirpitz is behind us, we're going this way, we need to turn to starboard. Right, so let's go flank, let's go hard starboard. And we will target the Formidable. And there's a very good reason for that, because Formidable has some very formidable aircraft on board. So, 12.6, 15-inch high explosive shells. Fire! So we're a little bit short. You do the same. Hard to starboard. And target formidable. Yeah, that all checks out. I'm going to try 13.3. I don't think 15.5 will do it. I think 15.5 could be a little bit too much. Or should we say 14? Go on, we'll say 13.7 then. High explosive, fire. Hmm. 14 maybe would have been a little bit better. These destroyers can just move forward. They can provide anti-aircraft fire. Ooh, that's close. I'm glad we moved them forward. No action. Why no action? Why no action? Why have we not got the aircraft up? I would have thought that we would have done it. Oh well, I mean, I'm kind of happy with that. 12.6, we'll go 14 or 13.3. We'll go 14. Fire. Ah, yeah. Oh. Devastating. I'm guessing the aircraft have been destroyed. No, they haven't. Propulsion's been heavily damaged, though. I think that we'll continue firing at the formidable. So 13.7 was a hit. I'll go, should we go 13.7 again? I'll go 13.7 again. Fire. Yeah, we've got them. Oh! That's a lot of damage. You all move forward. So Duke of York firing. Quite close, actually. Oh, Formidable's gone. The Formidable is gone. She's been sunk. Let's just check what damage we did. How long was that? Was that even 5 or 6 minutes? And I'm going to have to use the P word already. Pumps, heavy damage. Propulsion, heavy damage. Aircraft, P1 turret, P2 turret, and AAA destroyed. And they're not hanging around, they're going under pretty quickly. Yeah, pretty quickly. Mind you, they did get smacked with 15-inch high explosive shells. I'm not too surprised by that. 4.5-inch belt, 3-inch deck. You're not going to withstand 15-inch high explosive shells for long with that sort of level of armour. But we had to do it. We had to do it this way around. And simple reason for that was if they got the aircraft in the air, we would have been history. Aircraft finished, historically at least, both the Bismarck and Tirpitz off. Bismarck, of course, stopped from escaping to France by Swordfish. Swordfish torpedo bombers from Ark Royal jammed the rudder and that allowed the surface fleet to close in. And yeah, Bismarck was sunk. Tirpitz, constantly plagued by attacks, courtesy of the RAF, and ultimately also sunk on the 12th of November, I think it was, by 617 Squadron and one other one. I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been the 9th Squadron or something like that. Well, it's been a while since I've watched a documentary on the Tirpitz, so I'm a little bit rusty. But yeah, they used earthquake bombs, tall boys, to get rid of the Tirpitz, and yeah. Wow. And yeah, she was sent under. My point is basically that Tirpitz and Bismarck, both of them, were finished off by aircraft in some way. Aircraft played a big role in the destruction of both ships. Where's King George V? There she is. Have we damaged anything? AAA has been heavily damaged. Well, we don't really have any aircraft, so that's not really of too much concern to us. I'm gonna go 9.3. I hope I'm right on this. Fire. A little bit short. A little bit short. Not to worry though. Mind you, before I say not to worry, we're very close to the Duke of York. And that's a bit of a problem. 15,000 yards or so is not what you'd call a comfortable distance. That's quite close actually, for two battleships to be that close. Let's go to 9.4, and even 9.3. Fire. Maybe knock out a turret or two, or cause a big explosion. I mean that's also good. No doubt about that. We like a big explosion when it happens on the enemy's ship. Right, so 9.3 was just a little bit short. We'll go 9.5. Fire. Wow. We've crippled them, alright. We've crippled them. They're pretty much gone. Once we take out the Duke of York, the convoy is defenceless. Convoy PQ18 is defenceless at that point. I forgot to mention this in the previous episode, but that's the suggestion with the single battle contained the name, the title, so to speak, Convoy PQ18. So that's why I said Convoy PQ18 will have no defences. So that's the B turret destroyed. Can Tirpitz destroy the A turret perhaps? Find out by watching this video. Of course I'm going to say that, aren't I? Well, it's going to be a few seconds anyway. Well, hold your breath. No, but she has caused a big explosion on board. Oh, here we go. It's time for Admiral Playerovski to say the P word. Pumps, heavy damage. Main spotter, main radar, A turret, Y turret, port secondaries, heavy damage. B turret AAA destroyed. They are not long for this world at all. Duke of York is very much, yeah, soon to be gone. None, because we've disabled the A turret. Unless they get it working again, it's not looking good for them. Just make sure we don't do crashy, like so. We can even turn the destroyers to starboard, just to make sure. So that was salvo number 5, 8.9. We'll go 8.4. Fire. Alright. Nothing yet. 8.8 was pretty good. We'll go 8.3. Fire. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? What we've done there is we have sunk the Duke of York with a magazine detonation, whilst also taking out the A turret in the process. So final damage for the Duke of York: propulsion pumps, port secondaries with heavy damage, main spotter, main radar, A turret, B turret, AAA destroyed, Y turret with light damage. I mean, this is how you know it's authentic Admiral Playerovski content. P-word, magazine detonation. Usually it's one or the other in a video. If it's both, wow. Then you really definitely 100% know that this is original content. And there goes the Duke of York. The Duke of York is no more. Right. Just have the Bismarck turn a little bit to starboard just to make sure all the guns are still here. And yeah, we can basically focus our attention. How many salvos was that? That was not a lot of salvos. 1, 2, 3, 4 salvos at the Duke of York. And that was it. They were gone after that. So I'm guessing the Tirpitz also did 4 salvos. So 8 salvos and the Duke of York is gone. We'll have a go at the T2 tanker now. Let's have a look. Number 2 was down here. Number 1 was over here, actually. So number 1 is a bit of a guide, I guess. 12.6, we'll go 11.9. Let's go up a bit to 11.9. 11.9, there it is. That's only 3 degrees higher than what we did here. No, I'm going to go 15.4. I don't think 11... Fine, I'll go 15.1. We'll use high explosive shells. Fire. Yeah, a little bit long, but not 11.9. 11.9 would have been nowhere near. Right. So Tirpitz, who are you going for? You will go for the T2 freighter. They're saying 14.7. I will go exactly for 14.7. High explosive, fire. Go on, maybe one. Oh, beautiful. We've got them all right. Sinking or not yet? Not yet, it would seem. Oh, never mind. I'll just have the destroyers move ahead of the battleship, because I am aware that there's one destroyer over here that's basically having to listen to the Bismarck's enormous guns fire all the time. Yeah, the Z6. I'll just tell them to go forward a little bit quicker so that So that the big gun, so the crew doesn't go deaf, basically. Because it's not a nice thing to do, really, is it? Keep them there like that and have the crew go deaf. Especially after such good gunnery work. Come on. So 15-1 was down here. I'm going to say 14. Or do they want even more? They want even more, don't they? I'll go 13-7 then. Fire. Looking good. Let's just hop over to see what the damage was on this C2 freighter. Propulsion, steering, pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. So basically the maximum amount possible. So let's move the tappets along. And let's have a look what ship to target next. So Bismarck's going to sink the T2 tanker. C2 freighter has been sunk already. Let's go for this T2 tanker over here then. They're saying 13-6. What do I think? Do I agree with that? If this was 14-7, they're saying 13-6. I'll go 13-3 for that one. Fire. Yep. That's a hit. That's a hit, all right. Let's move you forward. Right, so T2 tanker. We pretty much got them. Let's do 13.9. Oh, and that's what they're saying as well. Fire. Should be fine, I think. Mighty fine. So that's the T2 tanker sunk. We'll check the damage, of course, as well. If we hop over to this one here. Propulsion, pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Bit of a common theme, really, isn't it? Is this the tanker we were shooting at? I think it is. Yes, that's the one. So 13-3 was good. Let's try even 13-1. Fire. Go on. Yep, so that's the T2 tanker sinking. Destroyers all move forward. C2 freighter move all. Let's move the Bismarck along. Right, so again we have got to find a new target. What we can do then is go for this C2 freighter over here. What's the suggested elevation? 11.3. That was 13. Oh, I don't think 11.3. I'll go 11.9, but not 11.3. I think that's too much. Too big of a drop. Fire. Yeah, even 11.9 was too much. Oh yeah, Tappets needs to find a new target as well. Right, Bismarck is going to sink the C2 freighter, so... Tappets can go for the Liberty freighter here? Go on, let's try that. 11.2 suggested elevation, we'll go 11.2. Fire. Wow, excellent shooting. Very good. They're going under quickly. Let's even quicker than that jump over to check their damage. I can't see where they are, hang on. Let's hop over to this C2 freighter. Liberty freighter, yeah, look at that, almost sunk entirely. Propulsion pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Really not hanging around. Just move all. Right. They're desperately trying to run. But they can't run away. They can't, it's too... Bismarck and Tirpitz are too fast. If you maybe damage them, yeah, sure, maybe you could. But even then, you'd have to get beyond the range of Bismarck's and Tirpitz's guns. And they have quite a long range, so you'd struggle. Keep in mind, of course, that that assumes that you don't get hit at all as well. If you get hit as well, that basically cancels out any advantage you may have had before. So say, for example, that Bismarck and Tirpitz were damaged, and you were able to run at top speed. If you are then damaged, well, that cancels out any advantage you had, because now you can't run at top speed. That was number one. Where was number one at? 8.8. I'll go 9.1. Fire. Not quite, just a little bit short. Not to worry, because we've got plenty of time, of course, before the freighters get beyond the range of the guns. So 13.7 was a hit, apparently. Was it a hit? I'm not so sure. I'm going to go 13.9. Fire. And I think those will be hits. Yes. So the C2 freighter has been sunk. So really, it's quite easy at this point. Once you take out the escort, it really is just terrible for the crews of these ships. Propulsion pumps, AAA. Well, propulsion pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. It really is terrible for the crews of these ships. Because there's absolutely nothing they can do. They're helpless. They can't do anything. All they have are just anti-aircraft guns on the ships. Absolutely nothing they can do. Fire. Nothing. All they can do is desperately try and run away and hope that, you know, that they get, well, hope that they get beyond the range of the battleship's guns and that the battleships don't turn around to chase them. Which is very unlikely, because the battleship will turn around to chase you, especially if its mission, its primary mission, is to sink merchant shipping. The chance of that, the chance of them saying, you know what, no, we're not going to do it, it's not exactly likely, is it? So Tirpitz is going for this tanker. You go for this Liberty freighter then. 12.4 suggested elevation. Would they be that far? What was number 4 over here? 13.9. I'll go 11.9. Fire. Log. And Tirpitz, of course, targeting the that T2 tanker. A little bit long on that previous salvo, so I think if we bring that down to 11.2, we should score hits. As expected. Are they going to sink or not yet? Or will they succumb to a secondary explosion, perhaps, and that's what will sink them? Not yet. Not yet, it would seem. Bismarck is at top speed. 30 knots. 11.9 was long. I'll drop it to 10.7. Go down to 10.7. Fire. Good hits. The Liberty Freighter is sinking. I was going to say, are they going to sink or not? But Liberty Freighter beat me to it. So T2 tanker, propulsion pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. I think one more 15-inch shell from the turrets will send the T2 tanker under. Fire. Yeah. Yeah, there was no real chance of them surviving that. Any additional damage? No, it's just propulsion pumps, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. Right. Let's move the destroyers along. C2 freighter moving them all away, or trying to rather. But you just can't do it. You're helpless. If your battleship and aircraft carrier escort have been sunk, you're helpless. I mean, the idea was that the battleship and aircraft carrier protect, but they're not invincible. They're not invincible. They can be sunk. You just hope that it doesn't happen. But it can, and often did happen. Maybe not exactly in... Oh wow, in these circumstances, but it, it did happen. Although I'm trying to think, U-boats never attacked battleships. The only time a battleship was sunk by a U-boat was with HMS Barham. And, so propulsion, steering, heavy damage, AAA destroyed. And then, battleship on battleship combat never happened. Not really, anyway, I don't think. Well, not that I'm aware of, anyway. So I remember, it's one of the single battles in here that, there was a convoy escorted by HMS Ramillies, and the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau didn't go for it. They're sinking. They succumbed to the damage. Well, there you have it then. So cease firing. We won't fire again. Should we watch them sink or not? Well, I'm not sure. Go on, maybe we will do. Are they going quickly enough that we'll watch them sink? Because I think they're being a little bit stubborn about it. We'll watch the C2 freighter sink, but the other ship, no. Sinking a little bit too slowly for my liking, so I won't bore you with watching the ship sink. If it's sinking too slowly, that is. This never happened, of course, in real life. In real life, Bismarck was sunk on her maiden voyage, and Tirpitz was just kept in Norway all the time. So something like this never actually happened. Oh, there we go. There's the Tirpitz. There's the Bismarck. Let's press done. Action report. On the British side, the battleship Duke of York was sunk for 38,000 tons. The aircraft carrier Formidable was sunk for 23,000 tons. Three merchant ship C2 freighters were sunk for 5,500 tons each. 2 merchant ship Liberty freighters were sunk for 14,300 tons each. And 3 T2 tankers were sunk for 22,500 tons each. On the German side, the battleships Bismarck and Tirpitz received no damage at all. The destroyers Z-15, Z-23, Z-3, Z-38 and Z-7 received no damage, and the destroyer Z-6 received light damage, a score of 173,600. I'm just trying to think, 38 at 23 is 61. 61 subtracted from that gives 112,600 tons of shipping sunk. Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? Crikey, over 100,000 tons in one go. But anyway, if you enjoy the content I put out like this, leave a like and subscribe. If you have a custom battle suggestion that you'd like me to do, just drop a comment below and I will make a suggestion into a video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. That is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. Bye bye for now.